the situation stops us. And over to you.
Okay, thank you, Arifa, for the short introduction.
Let's take this like to 50K, please.
Okay, thank you, Arifa, for the short introduction. And first of all, we need to apologize to the viewers from any part of the country for the short disruption. But by the grace of God, we believe and we have trust in God that we are going to have the section successfully, and we will arrive at a celestial point. Once again, we tender our apology for the short disruption. So before we go on, and we continue from where we stop. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. Right, so let's continue with the question, but we're going to just focus on the money bits, and then we'll move to another section. So we'll stay on the money for now, and then we'll move to another section. Okay, so talking about, let me just go back to that 5 million, yeah? Because I think that was the question that was ongoing before anything. That 5 million note, can you explain again, just as Comrade Mosi asked, how that thing came about? Then my second question after that would be, is that the procedure, everything, I don't know if you have a copy of it, if you have it in your possession, so you can just, take your time and do justice on it. Because that's the one that the blogger by Møhbåd Gbesse posted. So if you can do justice to that first.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, you see, during the process of seeking for justice for Mohbad, a lot of ideas came up, and one of the ideas is to get the data forensic of some items. I don't want to mention some things. So, and we were to use court order to get that. And how do we use court order to get that? If we use private persons to access those data forensic, the issue of admissibility in court will become a problem for us, because the court will question, how did you get these documents? So if you don't get it from proper custody, it might be a problem during the case. So we decided, okay, let us get to court. Let's get court order. Once we get court order, we serve the court order on the company, and the company will release those things for us. We could have used the police, but the police are not cooperating, because they will just they have a form they have to fill, and they will take it to the magistrate. The magistrate will sign it, and they will go to that company and get what they wanted. But we couldn't do that. So we said, okay, let's go to court. And in that process, they said, okay, give us an idea of the bill. So we did a fee note. And that fee note is just for them to see that this is what it's going to cost. As usual of them, we know they will definitely say, oh, let us pay this, let us pay that. And we gave it to them. But eventually, we were unable to do anything on it.
Sorry, sir, just to pause you there. Excuse me, sir. Sorry, just to pause you there. When you're talking about the fee note, can you give a breakdown as to what that 5 million comprised of?
Okay, sorry, let me just check.
Okay, thank you.
The note. Okay. Now, it contains research and filing, car fueling and appearance fee, then professional fee.
Okay. So can you give me a breakdown of, is that just that you just put as a lump sum, or you just, is there a breakdown of the 5 million as to
no,
what?
It was broken down, like research and filing, they put 500.
Okay.
Yeah. Car fueling and appearance fee, they put 1.5. Then professional fee, they put 3 million. Okay. All totaling 5 million.
Okay.
So it was a fee note, and I saw somebody was asking why was it signed. You can't give somebody a document and you won't sign it. So it is meant for discussion. It is not the invoice or receipt. So at the end of the day, we couldn't go ahead because they said there was either there was no money or they were not ready to go ahead with it. So, and we stepped back. So I was surprised when Bukky Jesse now put this one on Facebook and started telling the people, the whole public, that this was the money Odumusu collected. There was no truth in that. It was a lie from the pit of hell. We were never paid this. And if she insists, let her show evidence that this money was paid into our account. Nothing like that.
Okay, sir. A second question while you're going on, because we're just trying to exhaust the money question. Was this sum of 5 million was open to negotiations? Is that the norm for you with Mr. Joseph Aloba and his family when you do this fee notes? Is that the norm to negotiate?
Yes, that is the way we have been going on with them. Ordinarily, one shouldn't do that, but because of the peculiar nature of the case, once we come to them, then I remember that during the period, the initial problem Bukky Jesse caused, the man called me and we had a discussion. And the man was crying, saying that, you see, he who pays the piper dictates the tune. I'm quoting him. He who pays the piper dictates the tune. That it is because he does not have money. That is why this is happening to him. And, I've already told some people that, look, I'm getting out of this. I can't allow just anybody to be talking to me anyhow. Somebody who does not know the pedigree I have. Somebody who has not taken her time to research me, to know the kind of person I am. So I said, look, I can't allow this lady to be, this Bukky Jesse of a person to be insulting me the way she has been doing. But, people came, they started begging and saying, I was like, okay. The man was crying on that day, that evening. And I said, okay, don't worry. And I called somebody in America. I think it was Momi One with God, that this is what happened. And Momi One with God said, oh, please, don't go. Just wait and I said, okay. Just like the way other people called me, I acceded to their plea and I decided to go on. So I'm surprised that despite the fact that efforts were made to be transparent in what we have been doing, Bukky Jesse has never deemed it fit once to call me and ask, this is what I have seen or have heard. Can you please explain? And I will tell her. She never called me. She has my number. She used to call me in the past. So it's just that she has this kind of hatred towards me, and I don't bother myself about it. That is her own headache.
Okay, that's fine, sir. Thanks for explaining that. So, as you made mention, the 5 million fee note was open for discussion. It was supposed to be for the phone forensic, and that task had not been carried out. So it was just a fee note as per the norm, correct? Just reading your words. Okay, right. Now, there is this, while the blogger Bukky Jesse was talking, she said that she had receipt. There was a lady that was called in, I don't know who she was, an American, was called in, and she was saying she had receipts that, you've been collecting money and up to the tone that so far, what she's counting, I know you had mentioned that, but I just want to touch on it again, to the tone of 15 million. Right, and you just, while you were talking earlier, you gave a summary of that the total money that has come for you got your firm, professional fees and all whatnot is about 4.8. Am I correct? 4.8.
Yes, yeah.
And then the 2.8. The 2.8 was for the DNA. The 4.8 was for the postmortem stuff that was carried out, and all of this is a civil. Is under the civil case that you're handling, right? So now this 15 million. I know she's talking is alleged. Allegedly, that's what it is. You answered it, but I'm going to ask you again, and there's going to be another linking question to that. Can you tell me about this 15 million alleged funds that she claims she has in her as per fee notes? I think they're all fee notes. Can you explain that first?
Well, as I've said earlier, there was no 15 million naira paid to our law firm.
So like an aggregate, summed up. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, we never give them any fee notes. invoice, pro forma, or whatever receipt for 15 million naira. If they said we did that, then they should come out with the evidence.
Okay, but was there fee notes that were totaling up to that amount at any point in time?
There is none.
Okay.
There is none.
Right, thank you. Now, the second question I have to ask you now. The funding, and I'm going to a very sensitive topic. Please, hosts and moderators, please control the comment section. Thank you. I'm going to a very sensitive topic now. Let's talk about the toxicology that was carried out. Were you involved in the payments for this toxicology? So the autopsy, let's say the postmortem, okay? General term, which consists of autopsy and toxicology. Were you involved in the payment process to the pathologist or to the lab where this process was carried out? Were you at any point in time in the funding of it? How the money was paid to them in any way? Were you involved with that?
Thank you, Anne. Well, what happened was that after we got the judgment for the re-examination of autopsy and toxicology, they said I should go ahead and get an expert, a pathologist that can do the work. So we started scouting for a pathologist.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for the interjection. Please, at the comment section, don't forget the rules and the regulations. I think I've spoken with the moderators. Don't block and don't mute anybody. There is no time to insult anybody. I'm not going to allow that. Don't insult anybody at the comment section. Don't bully anybody at the comment section. You're free to say your mind. Odumosu must go. Odumosu goes nowhere. Odumosu must stay. That is your opinion. You're free to comment that. Please, don't insult anybody. Don't use any word of insult on anybody. Please. Sorry for the interjection. Continue, sir.
So they said I should assist in scouting for that. All of us were doing it. So we got in touch with almost about 5 pathologists, and only one of them was a forensic pathologist. So we settled for that. We had the negotiation. We wrote letter to him so that we can have something to hand on. Then, after the pathologist, for the forensic pathologist told us that, okay, this is how much I will collect if I have to do this, that he has gone round and he has seen that some people or the other pathologists didn't want to take over the case because they know that it is somehow to them. So we've already, the 5 pathologists we contacted earlier, when they said, okay, we'll get back to you, after their investigation or their inquiries, they will come back to tell us that, but this gentleman said, well, on one condition, I will take this matter. And what is the condition? My name must not be mentioned anywhere. So you have to keep this confidential for me. I said, there's no problem. That keeping confidentiality is our own jurisdiction, so don't worry. And we started. So when he gave us his fee note, we sent it to the family. And the representative of the family requested a meeting with him. And we had a 2-way call with the forensic pathologist. And the amount of money that was requested, he scaled it down. That no, we can't afford to pay this. There's no money. So we can only afford to pay this. And the man graciously said, okay, no problem. But there are a lot of things I have to do that will involve money in the case. So, and the man set out to do his work, and he did it sometimes into the night, in the evening. So that was how that was. The money that was paid was not paid to our law office. It was paid to the man directly to his account. So anybody now saying that the money was paid to us is a big liar.
Okay. So are you, Anne, can he tell us how much, Anne? Can he tell us how much?
Please.
Well, one of the conditions the man set for us is that he doesn't want his name or whatever was contained in his letter to be binding. But I can assure you that the day he comes to court to give that out, all this will be revealed. Because I've seen some.
We want to know the amount paid. We don't want to know his name, sir.
We only want the amount, not his name.
Okay.
We don't want to know his name. How much was
The money
paid?
that is being mentioned, I think it was paid to him. It was paid to him.
The
The
30
amount they
million?
said they paid to me was actually paid to the pathologist, not to.
You mean the 30 million?
No, not 30 million, 15.
15 million.
15 million.
Okay, continue, sir.
So, and that was it. It wasn't paid to me, it was paid directly. Even as at the time we.
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Once again, I'm sorry, sir. You just said 15 million, the amount being paid to the pathologist. Sorry, sir. For clarification, are you saying the money being paid for the autopsy is 15 million? Am I right, sir?
This somehow.
Can you hear me, sir?
We can hear you, Arifa.
Yeah, I can hear
think
you
you
now.
can hear you
Okay.
too.
You mean the money is 15 million, not 30 million?
I can hear you. Sorry.
ṣe bó ní 30 million làwọn fi sọ
The
tọ́psì
money is 15 million. It is
ṣe bó
not
ní 30 làwọn fi sọ tọ́psì.
I think he's busy. That's why he's.
Okay. Anna Suko, I think you hear it clearer than I do. And I think it's your fair that just interjecting now. Am I right?
Yes, it was an offer.
Okay. I think he just said the money is 15 million, not 30 million, right?
Yes, that is what I want to clear there. That is why I asked him that question.
Yeah, it's 15
And
million.
he said it's
Clarify it
15
again.
15 million, not 30 million that we were told.
Yeah, it's 15 million.
Okay.
You understand now?
The money is in that region. I can't. I mean.
Olè làwọn ará bí o.
But it's in that region.
Ṣebí gbèsè ní 30 million bó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wa tó kù pamọ́ sí.
It is that in the range of that
explain.
15 million, sir.
Gbèsè wàá explain tired.
Okay. Thank you so very much. I think I've
30
gotten
million.
the point.
15 tó kù
I want
ńkọ́.
everybody to take note of that.
15 kọ́.
The news being casting around, what we were told right from beginning was a sum of 5 million naira being paid to Barrister Odumosun. You understand who? And we heard now when he said the money is 2.8, not 5 million naira. That is one. Another thing, we were told 30 million naira for the autopsy. Now we found out it is 15 million, not 30 million. Please, let's just take note of that. You can go
my
on, sir.
brother. Arifa, let's recast what you just said. Not we were told. Buki Gbesse said. Please, my brother, not we were told. Somebody passed Mr. Dumosu. The person has a name. Buki Gbesse said. Ejo. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Crunchy Queen. Let me repeat myself then.
Alẹ́ ọ̀jẹ̀ bá wọn fi ẹ̀rí jẹ́ lọ sẹ́ẹ̀dì èmojì ẹ̀. Jẹ́ sẹ́ẹ̀dì èmojì ẹ̀.
Comes out to tell the whole world that a sum of 30 million naira being paid for the autopsy. Now, we just find out from an insider. And another thing I just want you to all take note is this. Don't let's be biased. We need to be straightforward here tonight. I don't know, maybe tomorrow you may choose to be biased, but tonight, please don't be biased. Earlier on today, on Boda Latin's platform, I could notice that Buki Gbesse tried as much as possible not to mention a specific price being paid for anything apart from money being given to Odumosun. You understand? Bukky Jesse tried as much as possible not to mention any amount
But
of
tó sọ
money
tẹ́ ó ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé 30
except
million làwọn
the
sọ.
money being paid to Barrister Odumosun. She said, and I quote, "I don't really remember the amount, but we pay." How can you pay and you don't remember the amount? That is one. Secondly, previously in all her videos, she has been trying as much as possible to tell the whole world nothing about the amount being paid. Barrister Odumosun, we are waiting. Please send in back your request. You understand? So, I just want you people to take note of that. You understand? While she was on phone with Boda Lati today, my aim is, I listen so very carefully so that I will hear the exact amount being paid for the autopsy and toxicology and the amount being paid to Barrister to the SAN Sanshitu. You understand? Those two things are highly important. Remember, Bukky Jesse said, immediately they made the payment of the autopsy. No, sorry, pardon me. Immediately they made the payment of Barrister Shitu. The remaining money in the GoFundMe, all of them were collected by Barrister Odumosun, which means no more money in the GoFundMe. Shishi. $1 no did that GoFundMe.
You are right.
$1 no did that GoFundMe. You understand? So let's just prepare our questions. Let's prepare our minds. As Barrister Odumosun asks questions to answers, just like Mr. Muiwa have a lot of questions to answer. Like Bukky Jesse,
Arifa, let me quickly interject.
So ẹlẹ́pẹ̀pọ̀ pọ̀.
Mr. Muyiwa said that in that GoFundMe, he said that there is still 8 million naira left in that GoFundMe. That was what he said. He said 8. Ayanfe, how do you mean?
okay.
Ó ní olódo, olórí burúkú odò wèrè.
Please stop that name calling. Please, I don't like it.
Mr. Muiwa said there is $8,000 in the GoFundMe. Comfy, Madam Comfy, sorry, you have to come back. We are not fighting here. Don't attack anybody, please. $8,000 remaining in the GoFundMe, right?
Mo ti bá wọn ṣe àjáná sí, ò ń jáná sí.
For proper confirmation, anybody that has the link of the GoFundMe should go into the GoFundMe right now. I witnessed everything that happened on Brother Lati's platform. Mr. Muiwa never answered
I think
any
I need to go and
questions
take ginger.
without any form of, rambling, dribbling, and all that. So please, let's go straight to the point. Barrister Odumosun, you're welcome.
Kí ló sọ Odumosun ọ̀nà báyìí?
Are they flagging
Lórí
again?
polo.
Are they flagging?
Let's tap, please.
Sister
I don't know what's
Igboho.
happened.
Ẹ tap o.
We can hear you. Hello, Arifa, can you hear me? Anne, can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, we can hear you.
So the GoFundMe balance is 26,288 as of now. That's the figure on the dashboard. Okay, is that a shell?
Yes.
Figure? That's the figure on the dashboard. So we don't know
Thank
the
you very
actual
much.
figure on the
Thank you,
dashboard.
Country Queen. Thank you so very much. Do you know the reason why I requested for that specific amount on the GoFundMe presently now is because
Mo
nobody
lọ
can
bọ́
tell
ìlú
me this is
jíjà
a
mi ni o.
certain amount
Kí
in
n
the
fi sọ́nà
GoFundMe.
fún mi. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi àti
Exactly.
Bukky
You're right.
According
ààbò
to my
ìpínlẹ̀.
findings, according to my findings,
Because that is the figure on the dashboard. We don't know the actual.
when a target being set, until you meet the target, the figure will not reduce. That is 26,000 plus in dollars. Even if you remove everything and it's now $0, it will not, it's $0, I mean, it will not reduce until you meet the target of that $50,000, which has been set right from the beginning. So, Mr. Mu, you are telling us that $8,000 remaining in the GoFundMe. How did he get to know that? All these things demand proper explanations. How did he get to know that? That is not where I'm going right now. I will still get there. But let's give the floor back to Barrister Odumosun. You are free to carry on, sir.
Yes, I'm expecting your questions. I'm done.
Okay, let me continue the questions, Arifa. Well, Arifa, can I quickly ask? Maybe you can just ask. Does anybody have any more questions? But please, no financial, just questions on finances now, because we broke it in subsections. No questions that is not aimed at him. No more questions on the toxicology or post-mortem. I just wanted to clarify that the 15 million had nothing to do with him. So please, no more questions of that. But any questions on the platform, Madam Conch Queen, Comrade Mose, any of you, questions on finances, please ask them before we move to the next question. We've got 10 minutes for that. Thank you.
All right. Before I give the floor to anybody, let me put this to Barrister Odumosun. Maybe he has one or two things to say concerning that. Sir, according to Bukky Gbesse, she said, and I quote, that whenever you wanted to do any write-up, maybe a press release or any kind of write-up you want to do, you've never demanded lesser than £1,000.
Or 2,000, 4,000.
Sometimes, according to her, sometimes you charge £4,000, sometimes you charge £3,000, sometimes you ask for £2,000, and not less than £1,000 has been demanded by you whenever you want to do any write-up, either a press release, newspaper, or whatsoever. How true is that, sir? And what can you say concerning that?
Thank you, Arifa. In the first place, I'm not a journalist. I'm not a pressman, and I don't work for a newspaper. When my law office writes press release, we give it out, and we ask Mr. Muiwa to liaise with them. So that has always been the way. So how could I have charged for what I don't do, for what I didn't produce?
Mi ìwà ló ń ṣe
So where she has gotten that
45,000 ẹni mi ìwà ló máa ń san 45 ó sọ fún mi rí. Ó ní 45,000 a máa ń fún punch. Ó tún máa ń sọ gan pé kò yẹ kán gbowó. Màá níwà tí wọ́n ti gbowó. Ó yẹ kán gbowó náà. Mi ìwà ló ń kówó yìí pamọ́. Ó lè ní mi ìwà.
All right, sir. Just like I said, that tonight will be fair enough. We are not going to be a friend or an enemy to anybody. Bukky Gbesse has our own fans, and I'm very, very sure most of them are here, die-hard fan of Bukky Gbesse. They are here, and they will not be happy that Arifa should sit here and be lying against Bukky Gbesse, because Bukky is one of their, whatever Bukky says is the final. And Yoruba will say, "Enitaye ba nfe ko larun kankan lara." So, what I will like to do, if I will be permitted, is I would like to play that particular show for you, sir, in few minutes, so you listen to what she said concerning that particular aspect that I just talked about, sir. What is your take? Barrister, what is your take, sir?
You said you are going to play something. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so very much for that. I'm trying to connect to the MP3 so that the thing will be louder for people to hear it clearly. So it won't be from phone to phone. Please, in just a minute.
And your friend can also help you. I know she has some voice notes from Obuko Gbesse's live stream. So Ayoke, you can also help Arifa if you want. Thanks.
No, I don't have anything here. My second phone is not with me.
Okay. If he's taking time, can somebody else ask question on finances? Anybody, when we crunch queen, Corbett Mose, Madam Comfy,
I have a question. I'm here on behalf of the public.
Let everybody mute for now. It's ready.
Sọ ó sì lọ sọ. Máa sọ fún yín. We are working together. Àwọn náà wọ́n fún ní information.
Sir, let me pause. That particular aspect, I might ask you question, but I don't think I need to question you concerning this.
Arifa, please let me drop for chairman. Let me drop for chairman, so I will come back. I have a lot of questions to ask, please. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, sir. Like I said,
she mentioned. Obuko Gbesse mentioned 3 things. You don't need to ask questions. Let me just answer direct. She mentioned 3 things. She mentioned money, that we are collecting money, and I think I've clarified that we never collected any money for press releases. It was our agreement that when my lawyers go to court, they will give them 150,000 for appearance fee, which they have been paying. Somebody asked at the comment section that how much did that amount to? The person should calculate the days that we have been going to Corona Court and add it together and get the answer. Then she talked about the DNA. Well, you know that the issue of the DNA, first of all, let me start from the fact that Buki mentioned that I was the one who told the court that we should go and do reconciliation. She's a big liar for saying that. Sometimes I question, well, don't let me say that, but let me say that I am not the one who said so. It was the magistrate herself who said, look, this is a family matter. Go and see if you can get the matter resolved amicably. And gave them a date. And they left the court and they went for a meeting later. But at the meeting, there was no agreement. So we went back to court and we argued the papers that were filed. And it was upon that the court now gave judgment. So how could she now say that I'm the one who organized or who asked them to go and have a reconciliation? I didn't have the power. So that is that. Then she mentioned the friendship with peers. Well, I don't know when it has become an issue that you are handling a matter and you cannot have friends outside. So if I'm handling a matter for the Alobas, I should not have friends. I should fight my friends. Even though Pierce is not my friend, I met him through Mr. Gurexi, who introduced him to me. And since then, Pierce has been supporting the movement financially. And when he was paying money, paying for instance, the
Empowerment.
matter for empowerment, the empowerment issue that what is his name again? The petition that he was the one who sponsored the petition, and it was when the man stopped giving money for transportation that the matter could not go on again. So she didn't come out to come and give money for the thing to progress. Anyway, that is that. She's not the one that will tell me who and who should be my friend. I'm the one that will know that my friendship should not go into my professional aspect of life.
Okay,
I have to separate my professionalism and my personal life.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, please, because of time, let's get to Chairman and everybody on the platform. We're dealing with financial questions. Please answer questions.
Please, can I ask my question? Okay. The 150,000 naira that Mr. Dumosu said, is being paid to his lawyers. I think 2 lawyers. So that 150, does it mean that the 150 is added to the money he claimed, was paid into his account?
I can't get your question.
All right. 150. So you said the total amount that has been paid into your account amounts to 4.8. So was the 150,000 naira that was paid to your 2 lawyers, was it included into included in the 4.8?
It can't be included because the 4.8 is not for the coroner's inquest.
Hold on. Somebody, can we fix that so that we hear ourselves? Can you check? I don't know where the echo is coming from. Okay, go ahead, sir. Let me mute.
So what I'm saying is that the 4.8 couldn't have included the 150 because the 150 is just for the coroner inquest, and it's not. We don't count that as part of professional fee.
Okay, sorry. The second question is because you said you were that you are on pro bono. So why are you charging for professional fee?
Maybe you heard it around when I explained earlier that pro bono does not mean one must not collect money for appearance fee from your client. It's just that you don't want to collect professional fee from the person. You understand? And that is for coroner's inquest, and it stops there. It doesn't, leave that stage. So when you're now talking about the DNA, they paid for that. I hope you understand that now.
Madam Comfy, is that clear? Is the question answered? Yes? Madam Comfy, is that answered? Okay, I think she'll be...
Sẹ́fẹ̀ pa Comfy ní tẹ́ pé màdàmú sẹ́fẹ̀ pa ni. Gbogbo yín pé mọ́mì ṣé ó tó mọ́mì ni.
Sorry.
Ó mu lìkúdì yó ni o, ó ti jẹ búrẹ́dì yó.
Madam Comfy, the answer being given to you. The answer.
Ó rẹ̀ pé I have bread.
I'm not that satisfied. But you can go on.
Oh, they're satisfying.
I don't want anything but.
Daleru.
You understand? Yes, if you are not satisfied with the answer, please come out. The reason is this, Comrade Moses. The reason is the name of this barrister is
òpònú
at stake.
olè ń gbọ́ pé ibi tó ti ń jẹ ni.
Barrister Odumosun, that name is at stake. You understand?
I have
Now,
bread. ẹ jẹ́ kí èmi náà jẹ
anybody
búrẹ́dì
wants to
kan
ask
fún.
a question and you've asked a question that has to do with this situation, you have to be satisfied with the answer. If it is answer that he is willing to give, unless he said no, I don't have anything to say concerning that. In as much as prepared to answer the question, please, if you're not satisfied, you should feel free to talk. Sir, sorry, the answer I didn't get you, sir. Then he can put it in a way that you will understand better.
Yes, Arifa, like you just said.
Okay, because
it will be very good for you to raise your objection. Then we can sort it out here so that there won't be a out of door discussion after this section. Thank you.
okay, what I'm not cleared with is because questions were asked from Mr. Muyiwa, because I asked him, I said the figures in the invoice, that what is it for? And in the invoice we saw so many, we saw like 4 items.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gá ẹ.
This for 500,000.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gá ẹ.
This for
Gbèsè.
3 million. So I was like, what is that for? So Mr. Muyiwa said that those money, that the money that was that was inside that invoice, that the money was for phone forensic. I was like, phone forensic for what? Phone forensic, was it that the narration on the invoice is different from the money that was, the purpose of which the money was paid for? So I was like, I was lost. So why is it that the analysis of the invoice, why is it different from the purpose of which the money was paid for? Because he says it was for.
I think you are mixing the issues here.
Oh no.
The invoice or the fee note that you are talking about does not
Oh
relate
no. Tó bá pè é lórí sí àbínú.
Àwọn gangan ni illiterate. In the fee note was never paid to us. So it shouldn't come into account at all. We shouldn't talk about it.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
For proper understanding, Madam Comfy, I think you get the invoice we're talking about.
But you can't see that from all over the
Here that has been flying around since morning. This is the money they charge for another case entirely, apart from Corona inquest that he choose to work pro bono for. Any other case that come around, they will pay the legal fee. But in as much it is not Corona inquest, it demanded their legal fee, which I think the breaking down everything is here, and they are yet to come to a conclusion. So they did not pay this money to them, which means they have not worked on this at all. So this 5 million naira flying around since morning is not, the money is not in any way being paid to these people. I think you get it right now, Madam Comfy.
Everything right done.
All right, thank you. I think Chairman should take over.
Okay, thank you so much, Arifa, panelists, commenters. Good evening, sir. And good evening, Barrister Odumosu. It's a great pleasure to be with you on this platform this night. Thank you for...
Before Chairman, but carry go.
I'm so sorry, my sister.
Sorry.
So sorry, my sister. Okay, thank you for giving us this opportunity, and I really want to appreciate you for deeming fit to come and clear some gray issues, and I really appreciate you. But let me pick it from the last. I only have 3 questions. I don't want to draw too much. I only have 3 questions. Number 1, let me pick it from the last. With respect to that invoice. Let me put it that way, pro forma invoice. You have cleared that the job has not been done. Now, that invoice or that fees note is on a particular letterhead. Barrister Donsu, could you confirm if that is your letterhead? If that information is signed by your office, is that your office? Is that your letterhead on that document? Hello.
Sir, you are muted.
Sorry, I've said it here that is my office. So whatever you see there belongs to my office.
It belongs to your office, so the invoice emanates from your office, okay? But you are not the one to carry out the assignment, right?
Of course.
Fantastic. Okay. So you are working in conjunction with that. Okay, that is fine. So we understand it's pro forma invoice. That action has not been taken. That is good. Okay, thank you so much. Secondly, my next question would be that you've been doing some things, you've been getting paid. Please, could you tell us how do you get paid? Do you get paid in Naira? Do you get paid in dollars? Or do you get paid in pounds?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The matter is taking place in Nigeria, so they pay in Naira.
So all payment had always been in Naira.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Another question is, I don't know if you have mentioned that before my arrival here, but if you have, maybe you can just recap a little bit. Could you please take us, the public, could you please take us through your recruitment process? And not only that, your recruitment process into this to handle this case. You could have a briefing. Around, have a briefing, blah 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 blah. They may not even giving you any letter or whatever it is, but I believe it is expected that after you have gotten the briefing from your client, an agreement is signed to detail your briefings, to detail what you're supposed to do, the fee, and all of these things that we are talking. So, is there any documentation, exchange between you and the client when you were briefed and engaged to handle this one? Is there any documents to show what you have discussed, what you're supposed to do, what is the fee, what is the scope of assignment? Is there anything of such?
Yes, I think we signed a letter with Mr. Aloba on that.
And all the terms and conditions are stated and scope are clearly stated in that letter. Okay, thank you very much. So the last question would be this. Would you be kind enough to sit down in your office, sit down and try to itemize every money that you have been paid, whether directly from Aloba or sponsored by peers, just to do an Excel, just one pager, item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, what you have collected from inception to date. Now, why I'm saying this, I'm not trying to probe into your activity. No, we are only concerned because we, the public, put this money together. And of course, the public also want to know what they have used the money for. So from your own point, from your own chamber, if you be kind enough to just give us 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets of the work done and the what has been paid. If you can, one pager, and maybe if you do that for us, and from there, I think I'll be fine with any further question on finances.
Okay, but that will not be tonight.
No, of course, definitely not tonight. No, definitely, if you don't mind,
satisfy our funders. So
yes. I can follow you. Maybe send you my email if I can get those documents, because I've been involved with funding. I've been involved with putting these funds together. I've been involved in looking into how expenses were made in this Joseph Obuko until I got out of the old situation because of what I've discovered ab initio. But if this can help us, then I think we'll just do a forensic issues on this, and the whole public will be satisfied. Thank you so much, Barrister Odumosu.
Please, can I come in?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Chairman.
All right. Good evening, Barrister Odumosu. I have just a couple of questions, and I'm going to take it back to about the month of April when we got discussing, and one of the things we asked Gorexi, that is Mr. Olurin, if there is a letter of engagement with you, and what he said was there is no letter of engagement. That is what Gorexi said. And we asked him, how did you bring in Odumosu into the picture? If there is no letter of engagement, how does he know the scope of engagement, the things he set out to do? But now you are telling us tonight that there is a letter. Gorexi said that there is no letter of engagement, that there is no signed document, because we asked him to produce it. There was nothing. And we were curious. How can you engage a lawyer and there are no terms and conditions? Nothing is specified out. How does he know his area of jurisdiction, what to cover and what not to cover? So for you now to answer, Chairman, I'm shocked. And I don't want to believe, I don't even know who to believe. Because if there was a letter, Gorexi would not say there is no letter. So let me start from there, sir. Is there really a letter of engagement between you and Babaloba, signed and executed, itemizing your scope, what you are supposed to cover? Because the public needs to know. Gorexi said there is none, so is there a letter? Signed.
Well, all I know is that Gorexi may not know what went between the Aloba family and us, because there are some things that are supposed to be confidential between a lawyer and his client. But I'm aware that Mr. Aloba came to our office to sign the terms of our engagement. No law office will get a job and will not sign that with a client, that this is what we are going to do and this is what we agreed on. So
I will let that slide. I'll let it slide. Because it's your word against Gorexi, and all of us know the role Gorexi has played with Aloba is almost like Aloba's twin brother. It's like Ibifa, Ikaranwa Teleni. So for Gorexi not to be aware that there is a letter, honestly, Barrister, nobody will believe you. Absolutely nobody. Because see, Papa Aloba so, no, you know, Barrister. For real. Barrister, hold on. I'm just trying to let you know that the role Gorexi has played in this movement is almost like Babaloba's mouthpiece. Babaloba will carry now. What does he know is in the contract? And I'm sure that Babaloba will not come to your office without dragging Gorexi along, unless you don't want to say the truth.
Crunchy Queen.
Yeah.
Please, ma'am. I want us to just based on the financial aspect.
I'm going somewhere. What if it's in the law? Okay, all right.
I understand. I just don't want you to. I don't want you to lay any emphasis on Gorexi's matter.
All right. I understand. Okay.
Thank you.
Then next. Okay. Next, I want to support Barrister Odumosu on the appearance fee. To the best of our knowledge, we are aware that the firm is being paid 150,000 naira as an issue. That we are aware. So far, everything Odumosu has said tonight on that is correct. But what I'm not clear about is that the 2.8 million naira was paid prior before the GoFundMe took off in earnest. And I'm saying this categorically because I am one of those who championed funding into the GoFundMe. And as at that time, the 2.8 million naira was already negotiated. And the money, the funds were already in Baba's Access Bank account, which was debited to pay Odumosu's firm. Okay? Now, Mr. Odumosu, Barrister Odumosu, sorry, sir, Barrister Odumosu,
The remaining 2.8 million naira that cumulated to give the total 4.8, were you paid in naira or I have to ask it may sound stupid, please pardon me, sir. Were you paid in naira or you were paid in dollars equivalent, sir, for that 2 million naira?
Well, as I've said earlier, we are operating in Nigeria and we won't charge in dollar or in pounds. We were paid in naira.
Good. So, to the best of your knowledge, no pounds equivalent or dollar equivalent were ever paid to your firm, sir?
No.
And to the best of your knowledge, whatever amount was paid to your firm was paid in naira.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir. That's all for now. Thanks.
Thank you, Crunchy Queen. Before we leave that particular chapter, sorry, sir, the 150,000 naira being paid as an appearance fee. Sorry, sir. Is it that 150,000 naira each for the lawyers? What I mean is it that 150,000 being paid to Barrister Monisola, 100,050 being paid to another lawyer? If there are three, does that mean they are collecting 150 each? You understand, by appearance? Or is it that it is only 150,000 being paid to all of them, no matter how many they have? I want you to please balance that place and let people have better understanding on that side, sir.